Hello children, welcome back to the science class. Already we have completed term 1 lessons. Now term 2 we will start from this session. Shall we move on to the lesson? Heat and temperature. In this class, learning objectives are the working principle of thermometer, to measure temperature using thermometer, to know about thermometric liquids. Next, what is heat? The heat energy from the stove burner warms up the water. What is temperature? The thermometer measures the temperature of the water. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, 212 Fahrenheit. Already we know that heat is a form of energy. So the heat energy from the stove burner warms up the water, and the temperature is the thermometer measures the temperature of the water. See the two pictures, hot and cold. You shiver when it is cold outside and sweat when it is hot outside. But how can you measure those weather temperatures? Temperature is involved in many aspects of our daily lives, including our own bodies and health, the weather, and how hot the stove must be in order to cook food. The measurement of warmness or coldness of a substance is known as its temperature. The measurement of warmness or coldness of a substance is known as its temperature. The temperature of the average kinetic energy of the particle is an object. Temperature is a measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles in an object. So temperature is related to how fast the atoms within a substance are moving. Temperature. The measurement of warmness or coldness of a substance is known as its temperature. So definition of temperature, the measure of how hot or cold something is. The average energy of moving molecules. The faster the molecules move, the higher the temperature, and vice versa. The temperature of the object is well approximated with the kinetic energy of the substances. The high temperature means that the molecules within the object are moving at a faster rate. But the question arises, how to measure it? Molecules in any substance are very small to analyze the calculates its movement, that is kinetic energy, in order to measure its temperature. You must use an indirect method to measure the kinetic energy of the molecules of a substance. So three scales are here: Fahrenheit scale, Celsius scale, and Kelvin scale. Fahrenheit scale, freezing water 32 degree Fahrenheit, and boiling point of water 212 Fahrenheit. In Celsius scale, freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius and boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Kelvin based on absolutely zero. The formula is K equal to Kelvin equal to Celsius plus 273. We can find out using this formula one substance Kelvin scale and Celsius scale. We can find out using this formula K equal to C plus 273. Temperature units. There are three units which are used to measure the temperature: degree Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. First we'll see degree Celsius. Celsius is written as degree Celsius and read as degree. For example, 20 degree Celsius, it is read as 20 degree Celsius. Celsius is called as centigrade as well. Second thing, Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is written as degree Fahrenheit. For example, 25 degree Fahrenheit. It is read as 25 degree Fahrenheit. Next one, Kelvin scale. Kelvin is written as K. For example, 100 Kelvin, it is read as 100 Kelvin. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Kelvin scale reading is 0 to 373. The interval is 100 Kelvin. Celsius scale is 0 to 100 degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 Fahrenheit. Already we know that the freezing point of water is 0 degree Celsius, in Fahrenheit 32 degree Fahrenheit, and boiling point of water in Celsius 100 degree Celsius. In Fahrenheit scale, boiling point of water is 212 Fahrenheit. Kelvin based on absolute zero. So Kelvin scale reading is 273 to 373, Celsius scale 0 to 100 and Fahrenheit 32 Fahrenheit to degree Fahrenheit to 212 Fahrenheit. Next, measuring temperature. The temperature of the object is well approximated with the kinetic energy of the substance. The high temperature means that the molecules within the object are moving at a faster rate. But the questions, how to measure molecules in any substance are very small to unlock and calculate its movement. In order to measure temperature, you must use indirect method to measure the kinetic energy of molecules of substance. In a thermometer, when liquid gets heat, it expands, and when it's cooled down, it contracts. It is used to measure temperature. Listen these points carefully. In a thermometer, when liquid gets heat, it expands, and when it is cooled down, it contracts. It is used to measure temperature. We studied that solids expand when heat is supplied to it. Like solid substances, liquids are also affected by heat. Already you studied in your 6th standard. Here, see this experiment. When liquid gets heat, steam, the water gets steam. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Then steam will come. Then thermometer also heated. So when liquids gets heat, it expands. See the next picture. When it's cooled down, it contracts. It is used to measure temperature. So like solid and liquids objects, the effect of heat is also observed on gaseous object. Thermometer. What is thermometer? A thermometer is an instrument that is used to measure temperature. Thermo means heat and meter means to measure. Thermometer is the most common instrument to measure temperature. There are various kinds of thermometers. Some of them are like glass tubes which look thin and are filled with some kind of liquids. There are many kinds of thermometers: clinical thermometers, laboratory thermometers, digital thermometers. In thermometer, mercury or alcohol is used in thermometers. Why mercury or alcohol is used in thermometer? Let's see one by one. Properties of mercury. Mostly, alcohol and mercury are used in thermometers as they remain in liquid form, even with a change of temperature in them. A small change in the temperature causes change in volume of a liquid. We measure this temperature by measuring expansion of a liquid in thermometer. So the properties of mercury, its expansion is uniform. For equal amounts of heat, it expands by equal lengths. Next one, it is opaque and shining. Next, mercury does not stick to the sides of the glass tube. Mercury is a good conductor of heat. So, small amount of heat, it can expand easily. Next, mercury has a high boiling point, 357 degrees Celsius, and a low freezing point is minus 39 degrees Celsius. Hence, a wide range of temperatures can be measured using a mercury thermometer. So, mercury is a good conductor and easily expand, so that mostly mercury are using in thermometer. Next, properties of alcohol. Alcohol also used in thermometers as they remains in liquids form even with the change of temperature in them. A small change in the temperature causes change in volume of a liquid. So the properties of alcohol is the freezing point of alcohol is less than minus 100 degrees Celsius. So it can be used to measure very low temperatures. Next, alcohol expansion per degree Celsius rise in temperature is very large, so that alcohol is used in thermometer. Next point, alcohol can be colored brightly and hence is easily visible, so that alcohol is used in thermometer. So that mostly alcohol and mercury are used in the thermometers. Alcohol is brightly and hence is easily visible, and also mercury is a good conductor and easily expanded, so that mercury and alcohol are used in thermometers. Types of thermometers. There are different types of thermometers for measuring the temperatures of different things like air or bodies, food, and many other things. Among these, the commonly used thermometers are clinical thermometers and laboratory thermometers. Well, thermometers, there are three types of thermometers: clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer, and digital thermometer. But the commonly used thermometers are clinical thermometers and laboratory thermometers. Let's see one by one. First, clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer in this class. First, we will see clinical thermometers. The thermometer that measures the temperature of our body is called clinical thermometer. You know, clinical thermometer. Precaution to be followed while using a clinical thermometer. The thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. Next, jerk the thermometer a few times to bring the level of the mercury down. Before use, the mercury level should be below 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't hold the thermometer by its bulb. Keep the mercury level along your line of sight and then take the reading. Handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it may break. Don't place the thermometer in a hot flame or in the hot sun. So these are the precautions to be followed while using a clinical thermometer. The thermometer that measures the temperature of our body is called clinical thermometer. Next, laboratory thermometers. Laboratory thermometers are used to measure the temperature in school and other laboratories for scientific research. They are also used in the industry as they can measure temperatures higher than what clinical thermometers can record. The steam and the bulb of a lab thermometer are longer when compared to that of a clinical thermometer, and there is no kind in the lab thermometer. A laboratory thermometer has only the Celsius scale ranging from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. The precaution to be followed while using a laboratory thermometer. Don't tilt the thermometer while using the temperature. Place it upright. Note the reading only when the bulb has been surrounded by the substance from all sides. Next class we will study about digital thermometer. Thank you, children.